Becky's POV. Mommy, when will we see Grandma? Thanya want Grandma, Thanya said sadly while holding on my hand. I looked down. Gosh, can this event just end already? I also wanted to go home. I pull my daughter closer to me before whispering softly. Thanya, wait a little bit more, okay? Then we will go meet Grandma. Okay, Mommy, Thanya said and looks down. Oh, poor my baby. I was about to speak again when suddenly a man came and approaching me as I look at him. You must be Miss Rebecca Patricia Chankama? Okay, he knew my name. I look at him for a little bit because I really couldn't seems to know who the fuck is him. Oh yes, I am. Pardon me, you are? I asked and he chuckled before bringing his hand. I'm V. I heard a lot about you, he said, smiling to me. Oh, I hope it's not a bad one, I said, trying to make a joke, and he let out a small laugh. No, it is not, but one thing for sure, you are really beautiful after I seen you this close like they said. I know where he is going. Should I just want to leave right now? I pull Thanya closer to me holding on her hand and she hide behind me. That's so nice of you, sir, I said and chuckled awkwardly, but then he looked at my daughter. Hi little one, what is your name? He crouched down smiling and I can feel Thanya grip onto me tighter. Thanya look at me basically asking for help because she's not really good with people she is not familiar with. Her name is Thanya, sorry she's not really good with stranger. It's okay, maybe we can get to know each other so we won't be stranger, right Thanya? V said, still smiling sweetly at me before looking at Thanya again. This man is really honest, I can say, and not gonna lie, I feel a bit uncomfortable. Fuck, I need to get out of here right now since I know Thanya is scared. It's nice meeting you, Mr. V, but we really need to go now, I said. It's okay, we can see each other next time. It's nice meeting you, Miss Rebecca. Author's POV. Becky walked out of the building with Thanya on her side after the event finished. She sighed in relief, feeling free from all the works. Yay, we will see Grandma. Thanya cheered happily after getting in the car, making Becky let out a small laugh. Are you excited, baby? Yes. Thanya miss Grandma so much. Becky started to drive off. Since it only took her 10 minutes to arrive at the house, Becky stopped by to buy some food so that they could eat together. What should I buy? Becky mumbled, looking around and seeing a lot of different food, but then her eyes focused on something. It was Thai mango salad, Freen favorite's food. Becky bit her inner cheek as she couldn't help but to remember the older girl again. And there she decided to buy it. After she done, they continued their journey. Thanya couldn't stay still on her seat. Mommy, when will we arrive? We almost there, Thanya. Sit properly, baby, Becky said, and Thanya immediately obeyed her mom. They finally arrived and stopped in front of the house. Getting all the things ready, Thanya immediately opened the door, getting off from the car. Becky, on the other hand, just smiled seeing how excited her daughter is. She looks around after locking the car and saw an unfamiliar car. Do Mom have a visitor? Becky mumbles before walking towards the door where Thanya already knocking in repeatedly. Grandma, Thanya is her ee. The door finally opened, revealing the surprised woman on the door's frame while Becky smiles. Oh my Thanya. Becky, why didn't you tell me you are coming? I should have cooked something, Mrs. Chankama said before picking up her granddaughter, hugging the little girl tightly. It's okay, Mom, we bought some food, Becky said and hugged her mother-in-law. Seeing her granddaughter again, making the older woman completely forgot about Freen, who are currently inside of her house too. Come in, you guys must be tired. No, Thanya, not tired. Thanya wants to go to the beach. Thanya said, making both of the women laugh. It's late already. Tomorrow Grandma will bring Thanya to the beach, okay? You guys are sleeping here, right? Becky nodded her head. Yes, I took 3 days off. I need some time with my family too. That's great, Becky. You need to stop thinking about work and get some rest, Mrs. Chankama said, rubbing her arms, and Becky smiled. Becky couldn't help but feel touched with the older woman's action. Becky suddenly hugged her mother-in-law tightly, startling the woman. Thank you, Mom. I will get some rest first. Kinda tired right now, Becky said, and that's awakened the adrenaline inside of the older woman after remembering her daughter inside the room where Becky would sleep. Becky, wait, actually dash. Grandma? They turned their body behind and saw Leo just woken up from his sleep, making Becky confused. Mom, who is this? Hi little boy, Becky crouched down smiling, but still having her confused face. Mrs. Chankama didn't know what to do as she can feel her voice stuck on her throat until Leo walked closer to Becky. Hello, my name is Leo and I am 4 years old. Leo bowed her little body while hugging his shark plushie, making Becky smiled and shake his hand while Thanya just hid behind Becky. Mom, is he one of the kids you take care of? Becky actually. You are the person. Leo suddenly cut his grandma off. What do you mean, Leo? Becky asked and tilted her head. You are the person Mama is missing. I need to tell Mama. Leo said, turning around and run towards the room. Leo. Mrs. 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈 immediately ran after him. Becky, on the other hand, still couldn't seem to understand what he meant by that and slowly stood up looking at her shy daughter. It's okay, 𝖗𝖊𝖈, Leo is a nice boy, Becky assured her. Freen, on the other hand, waken up from the voice of her son as she can feel Leo pulling her hand up and she immediately opened her eyes. Leo? What's wrong, baby? Freen asked in her sleepy voice and slowly sit up while he kept pulling her out of the bed. Mama, let's go. Leo found the person Mama miss. What do you mean, baby? The sleepy girl, still half asleep, just let herself getting dragged by the little boy. Freen. Mrs. 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈 was about to stop her, but thinking again that there's nothing she could do. They still gonna see each other. Mom, what's happening? Who's coming? Freen asked before. Walking past by her mom, and Leo ran faster towards the living room, holding tightly her hand. Mama, look. It's her. Leo, what do you mean, dash? Her words stop after looking at the figure on the other side of the couch. Freen can feel her heart dropped and slowly letting go of her son's hand. Becky, on the other side, also standing, froze. She couldn't believe what she's seeing right now. Breathing heavily, Freen can feel her watery eyes shaking before slowly walking towards Becky, looking so stiff. Becky. Freen blurted out. Becky slowly stepped back when Freen getting closer. 𝖗𝖊𝖈, Leo, come to Grandma. Mrs. 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈 immediately called the two kids as they immediately run towards the older woman before Becky could stop her. Leaving the two of them in the living room, Freen's eyes followed the figure of the little girl and she can feel her tears started to streaming down after releasing the little girl is her own daughter. She can feel her knees become weak while Becky still haven't said anything. Freen slowly reached out her hand. Becky didn't move nor pushing her. It feels like her body couldn't do anything anymore. Freen slowly pulling her into a hug, wrapping her long arms around the younger girl's waist, resting her forehead on her shoulder, sobbing silently. Becky. Freen choked on her words as she couldn't continue talking anymore, and all she could do is tighten the hug, smelling the same scent she had been missing the most. Becky, I'm sorry. Freen stuttered. That's the only word she could think of, but then she can feel her body got pushed harshly. She looks at the younger girl and saw how her soft brown eyes turn into a flames of fire. And then a hard slap meet her left cheek. Freen froze and can feel her cheek sting in pain. Get out of my face. Becky mumbles loud enough for the older girl to hear. Freen trying to reach her again, but Becky keeps stepping back before quickly walked past her, going straight to the room. 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈, let's go. Becky immediately hold her daughter before Mrs. 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈 could say anything. Becky. I'm sorry, Mom, and Becky said before leaving the room, holding on her daughter tightly, walking away from the room, and there she meet Freen, who still froze on her feet. Becky, wait, Freen said, running after her when Becky opened the front door, unlocking the car, putting 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈 on her seat before walking faster to the driver's seat as the voice of the older woman got louder. Becky, please listen to me first. Freen said and tried to touch her again, but Becky immediately dodged it before getting inside the car, locking the door immediately. Freen didn't give up. She's still there, knocking on the door, repeatedly begging for Becky to hear her explanation. Becky, don't leave, please, listen to me, love. Freen begged. Even harder as her eyes meet the little girl who's staring at her weirdly. Her heart broke even more seeing 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈, as Freen couldn't help but to cry harder. Becky stopped for a moment and burst out into a tears, hearing the voice of the woman she used to love so much before. Starting the engine, Becky immediately drove away, didn't minding Freen, who's still trying to run after her. Looking at the side mirror, she can see Freen slowly giving up and stopped. Becky cried harder and harder, feeling how her heart ached so much. Freen stopped after her mom slowly pulling her. Freen, let her go for a while. Becky needs some time, Mrs. 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈 said, hugging her devastated daughter closer while Freen cried harder on her mom's arm. Mom, the little girl, is she our baby? Freen asked, sobbing, pointing to the car leaving the place. Mrs. 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈 nodded her head and she couldn't help but to cry as well. Freen broke down on her knees. Becky's POV. I saw her again. I saw the girl who broke my heart 4 years ago. Leaning my head on the steering, I let all my tears that I have been holding on and I take a look at 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈, who's still sleeping. My heart, it's hurting again. Why would she came back? I hate this. I hate this so much. What the hell did I do? Why is fate playing with me right now? Me and 𝖗𝖊𝖇 are doing just fine all this year, why does she need to come back? For what? To break my heart again? Like how she did for fucking years ago. God, what the hell should I do right now? All the memories suddenly hit me so hard. I look at the beach in front of me under the night sky. That was exactly the spot where it happened. Sometimes I wish to not remember everything about the past anymore. It broke me, remembering it broke me so much to the point where I feel numb. 𝖗𝖊𝖇. I couldn't change the fact that she is our daughter together. Her blood is flowing inside 𝖗𝖊𝖇. I broke down again and again, sobbing silently because I don't want to wake her up. 𝖗𝖊𝖇, why did you do this to me? I hate this. I hate the fact that I still remember my love for you no matter how bad it hurts inside. I don't know anymore. Freen's POV. Her body looked thinner, but her scent is still the same as I remembered. Her appearance looks so much matured. God, I can still feel her warm body on mine. Mom, can you please call Becky and ask her where is she? Please, Mom. I begged again and hold my mother's arm. We haven't heard anything from Becky again after she left. I walked back and forth because I couldn't stop thinking about her. Freen, let Becky have some time to think. It was too much for her to handle with you suddenly appeared. Of course she couldn't accept this. But I just need to know if she is okay or not. Please, Mom, just ask her. My mom sighed before pulling out her phone and dial her number. I didn't have her new phone number, but I still keep the old one, for me to read our old chats together. I can feel my eyes lit up after hearing that she already answered the phone. Please let me know if you have arrived at the hotel safely, honey, my mom said as I patiently waiting for her. Becky is fine, she won't be back to Bangkok tonight, but she will book a room for her to stay, she said, and I sighed in relief. This is my fault, she should be sleeping here right now. I said and massaged my head. Fuck, you messed up so bad, Freen. Take a rest, Leo already sleeping upstairs. I shake my head and stood up grabbing my car key. I need some fresh air, please look after Leo, Mom, I said before leaving the house. I didn't wait for my mother to respond because I know she's not gonna like it. I started to drive my car off. To be honest, I don't really know where should I go right now because no matter where am I going, my mind's still gonna remember her. Fuck, I miss her so much. Please don't cry again, 𝖗𝖊𝖇. I mumbles to myself after I can feel my emotion started to build up. No, I need to stop crying, Leo won't like it. Without I realize, my car stopped in front of the beach. The beach where it used to have a lot of memories of us together. Especially when I asked her to be my girlfriend. I leaned my body on the car seat, closing my eyes, and I exhaled to calm myself down from breaking down again and again. 𝖗𝖊𝖇. Becky really keep her promise to name our daughter 𝖗𝖊𝖇. I still remembered we talked about what name should we give for our baby. She choose 𝖗𝖊𝖇 if it's a girl and 𝖊𝖇 if it's a boy. I smiled. How I wish I could turn back the time and fight back. I am a coward. I sighed again looking around and I noticed a few cars, but then something caught my eyes. I look at the direction again and rubs my eyes. That is Becky's car, I mumbles, and yes, I'm fucking right after seeing a figure walked off the car. I can feel my heart racing again, my hands are shaking, but then I slowly get off my car. Without I notice, my feet slowly brought myself to her who are sitting on the hood of the car. God, she still looks beautiful as ever. Should I really do it? Fuck, I couldn't help it, I miss her so fucking much. We are getting closer and she didn't notice my presence. I stopped and take a deep breath before deciding to approach her. Becky. I stuttered and she looks at me. Whatever happens later, I will still win your heart again, my love.